What's your name?
Staff Sergeant Sunday with the Marine Corps pistol team. I'm the chief pistol smith here on the maintenance van, and my mission is to provide maintenance, support, and repairs to the pistol team while they go through the competition arms program and shooting season, so that they can maintain their weapons so that they can remain competitive while on the circuit. And some of the things that we do here, we build custom weapons, customized and match grade weapons. We modify the standard M9 92FS type pistol by installing a match barrel, installing match sights, match trigger parts, inserts to accurize the rails, and modifications to the slide to accurize these guns. After a while, after all that work is performed and completed, you'll end up with a pistol that will produce groups such as these. It's approximately a 1-inch group right there.
1-inch group at what distance?
At 50 yards.
At 50 yards?
Yes, sir.
Incredible. So now you shoot.
I do shoot. Last year is when I started shooting. I began shooting with EICs in the service pistol matches in the Excellence in Arms competition program matches, and I was usually shooting with a pistol that was not zeroed to me. And it came out the gate with 250s, holding an average of around 250s, mid 250s I mean, and this year it's the same story, but I've increased a little bit to where now those fundamentals and that the ability to shoot and analyze is starting, things are starting to click, so I'm getting up there and getting better. Someday I want to either be out there on the line shooting and more often.
Okay, so I got to ask you this question.
Sure.
So when you were being recruited right out of high school, okay, did you imagine your MOS being an armorer? I
did not actually. I expected something in the mechanical field, but not exactly on guns. And when I found out that this was what I was going to be doing, I was rather excited about it.
I bet you were.
I started as a standard armorer, working on your Browning 50 cal machine guns, your M60s, 240s, M16s, your pistols and grenade launchers and other various weapon systems, mortars, and small rocket launchers. And after a certain while I decided, well, I need something more challenging, and I applied to the precision weapons section to go through their course and become a 2112, a precision weapons repairman.
So this has got to be the greatest MOS ever.
This is my niche right now.
This is your
so
niche.
As far as I'm concerned, yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you're the guy that makes it happen. How's the Marine Corps pistol team looking this year?
They're looking all right as far as I can tell. I'm not out there every day, every shot, for every relay. But as far as I can tell you, they're looking good. In fact, down at Benning, we had a summer shooter who's only here temporarily. He took first gold in the EIC and High Marine.
Excellent.
And he's a guy that was just shooting your regular division matches, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's here. And in a matter of weeks, we've got him on line contending against
the world's best.
Some of them.
Yeah, some of the world's best shooters.
Champions.
The national champions. That's right. That's right. So now you, the Marine Corps shooters, they always use the M9.
We use the M9 for the service pistol. We also use the 1911 service pistol, which is more commonly referred to as the hardball.
Okay. And
they also use the centerfire 45. This is my personal model here that I have built for me.
Nice.
And it's built on a cast beam frame and slide.
Now, what exactly, when you say build, what exactly do you mean by build?
By build, we take a bare frame, bare slide, fit it to tightness, to tolerances that are as tight as we can get it, but still allowing free movement. We install a match barrel. We'll install match trigger components, fit everything, tune everything through a series of springs and adjustments, and get this gun to produce the type of groups that you just recently saw.
Right, right.
So,
okay, now let me ask you a question. Out of between the 45 and the M9, which is your personal favorite?
45.
45.
I'll be honest with you, it's because I have my mother's hands. Sorry, Mom. If you're watching, I have her hands. So for me to get my hand wrapped around this fat grip, I've got to really get up in there, stretch, and move my finger in there as good as I can. to get that squeeze I need. Because if I don't, my tip ends up on the trigger and I end up pushing it down low.
Right.
So I got to get it way in there.
Yeah. So it's a personal thing.
It is a personal
mechanically, though, between the 45 and the M9, what do you think?
Mechanically, well, the 9mm shoots a smaller round, obviously. It has a higher capacity, but then for out here, you're only shooting 5 rounds at a time, so that really doesn't matter. Mechanically, the 45 unlocks by swinging the barrel down out of battery, whereas the 9mm has a swinging locking block, and the slide comes back to the rear while the barrel is primarily mostly stationary. So mechanically, there's a lot of differences. The 45 is all metal. Your 9mm has an aluminum frame and steel barrel, steel.
So what's
slide.
the next sidearm for the United States Marine Corps?
After these two is your 22. We have several models of the 22. We have Model 41 Smith & Wessons. We have 1911 frames with Marvel conversions on top. We have the Hammerly 208 and a couple of 208Ss. We have 2 high standards, and we have fine hook bow AW93s.
Okay.
And
Now, each one of the shooters on the team, do they specialize in a particular handgun, or do they shoot them all?
that determination is left up to the coaches and the staff non-commissioned officer of the pistol team. And with my input, I'll let them know how many guns of each we have available, ready to go. They'll make their determination on who's going to get issued what and what the training regimen's going to look like for them with those weapons.
Now, how many Marine Corps pistol shooters are there?
We have approximately 20.
20 pistol shooters, and then what, 20 rifle shooters too?
Yes, the rifle team is a separate entity from the pistol team.
So there's 2 armorers for the rifle team.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yes. Yep.
And they've got their own trailer with their own equipment and all
true.
that stuff.
Yes.
Right.
That is true.
And there's 2 in each. So you guys are the support staff. Awesome.
Yes.
Well, listen, Staff Sergeant, I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Listen, good luck to the Marines.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully they win.
Thank you.
Take care.